Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here. And if you've got a iPad second, third, or fourth generation, you're looking for a more durable case, something that's going to protect your iPad from drops, from shocks. Maybe you've got kids and you want to let them play with the iPad for a while and you don't want to worry about it getting damaged. Here's a case that fits in that category. It is by Devicewear. It's called the Station, and it is going to provide you a great level of protection for your iPad. I'm going to say that if you got kids and if you really are going to be kind of going hard on your iPad with this case, you probably want to put some form of a back shield or a screen protector, or a back protector, I should say, on the back of your iPad, because you will notice that this case has an opening right here. And that's going to show your Apple logo, but at the same time, if you're really concerned about protection, slap on a protector on the back of your iPad. Now, with that out of the way, if you take a look at this case, you're going to notice on the inside, the way it's been designed, it's not a flat silicone on the inside. And that's good news because it's going to help to absorb shock. As you see, almost like these little chambers here, each and every single one of those, because it's raised up, it's going to help to absorb the shock when it takes a fall. This is all made out of silicone, and the easiest way to put this in is just to work your iPad into the corners of this case. It is not excessively difficult to put on, but it's also not so easy that if you do have children using this case, that they're going to be able to pull it off on their own. If you've got a screen protector for the front of your iPad, you just want to take care when you put this case on that you don't raise up any of the edges. But as you can see, it is going to lay flat on the screen. So if you take your time and you're careful with it, you really shouldn't have an issue with bubbling or anything like that. Let's take a look at this thing up close. You're going to see it does, as I mentioned, cover the screen. There is your home button. It's kind of big and oversized. There's no issue with pressing it whatsoever. And you definitely get a lay on the table design with this one. What I mean by that, put it face down. The case is touching, not your actual screen, as it should, because you need this thing to be protected from drops. There is your camera and also your light sensor, so you've got an adequate cutout there and no problems with that one. As we take a look along the back side, you're going to see there is some Devicewear branding right in the bottom right-hand corner. There's your cutout for your dock connector. And remember, if you've got the new iPad, this is going to work with that as well. So there'll be adequate room there for that. And there is a bit of a gap, so you're going to see inside there. And again, if you're really concerned about debris and dirt and things like that getting back here, slap on a back protector with this one. There's your speaker cutout. There's no distortion of sound or anything like that. As you take a look along the side, you've got your volume buttons that are covered up. No problem pressing those. Your rocker switch is a bit recessed, so you are going to need to reach in there just a little bit to flip that switch for rotation lock or mute, depending on how you've set this up. There's your camera, and then up along the top, that headphone jack is really recessed in there. So if you're going to use headphones with this, you might have a bit of a difficult time using it. I would venture to say that's going to be a big challenge there. There's your sleep awake or your power button. And then, of course, along the back side, as I mentioned already, you've got your cutout with your Apple logo there. This is a great case for drops. I will say it's a bit challenging up here on the top when you're trying to find the sleep awake button to press, and it doesn't always respond as I wish it should. But aside from that, every other button on here is going to work just fine, from your volume buttons to everything else. What I'll do is I'll link in the description of this video as to where you can pick this case up. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's good for the level of protection that this case gives. Part of me wish that this was enclosed back here. This button was a little bit easier to press up along the top, but otherwise, it's a nice case, especially if you're looking for something with excellent drop protection. It is the Devicewear Station. It's available now. If you guys have questions, comments, or feedback, as always, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, it gets my 3 out of 5. Take care, everybody, and have fun.